Hello all, D-Swank here, and once again I am in Space Engineers, but not the Survival series. Why not is because I've run out of editable content. So, this one-off is going to be in the practice world, the test world, where I test out different ideas before implementing them in the Survival series. And we're going to be looking at 3 mods. So, the first one is a modified jump drive. It's by Subsistence. It's the WIIDA Warfare Jump Drive 2.1. And normally he has this jump drive bundled with his weapons to expanded, and the reason why it requires the Warfare update is these textures. Now, you may look at this and go, that's not that much different from the vanilla jump drive, and you're right. That's not the reason why I want it. Here's the vanilla. There's the Warfare 2. And, okay, Warfare 2, it spins. That's cool. Let's go to the third one. This is the reason why I want it. This feature right here that lets you walk down. Oh, that is trippy as hell. Oh, and I rotated them backwards to each other, I think. Oh, that is trippy. I love it. It's like a fun house. Oh. That'd mess people up. But it's being able to walk through the jump drive changes a lot about what you can do with the block and where you can place it. And I like that. I like that immensely. That one change changes a lot with placement and all sorts of things. Also, that walking through the center is so tricky. But very simple. I'm willing to bet that even the requirements to build it are the same. Maybe not. Yep, everything's the same. Except this one has the parts for putting this catwalk through the middle. That's the difference. Next up is this block. And it doesn't do much. There we go. It is the Starcore Reaction Control System by Invalid. Tested it. And I'm about to go off to a large grid ship with it on there and show you what it does. Alright, here we are. Here's the ship, the block. We are on the default, the original default blue ship before any updates. This is like what came with the game originally, Gen 1. So, let's go ahead, climb in the control seat back here, and you can see I have it on the taskbar. I turn, and you notice the thrusters are twisting or thrusting counter or with the way I'm twisting, the way it would make sense. Alright. I'm going to turn it off and do the same motions with my wrist on the mouse to show you what the difference is. It's a fairly drastic change. Now, small grid, I have yet to see it work. I've put it on Minimuras. I've deleted half the gyros on a Minimura, filled it all the way up with uranium ingots, and I have yet to see the thrusters fire, but that could just be the Minimura is a small ship. So, let's go back to the starting area, and we'll talk about the last set of blocks. The last set of blocks is by Shade Stuff. You've actually seen us using it in World. It is the P.O.M extra large blocks with the half shape update. Well, here they are in game. You've got 1 by 5 by 5. It's got fairly nice texture on it. I don't believe we can change it other than the color. We've got just a grid, a frame, which is nice. This one has a passageway. This is what we're using for the Minimura docking area. We've got like 5 of these on top of each other because the Minimura can fly through that. We've got this one, this is the top side of it, and this is the bottom side, so it's kind of a combination of the frame and the original. So those are pretty nice, and these are all pretty much structural. They have no function. Alright, I brought the sun around. This is the scrollable in the second slot. We have the triangular corner. We have the ramp. We have the inverse corner, I think they are. Whatever, they go together. We have a different textured 5 by 5 by 5 with hazard stripes. We've got a detailed 5 by 5 by 5 with some hazard stripes on 2 sides. And then we have the standard 5 by 5 by 5, and then what I call the 5 by 5 by 5 walkway or gantry. Walk along here. Unfortunately, as you can see, so not sealed. There we go. Alright, now on to the next set of blocks. Alright, so the next set of blocks has, let me bring that up so I can tap between them. We have the half ramp and the other part of the half ramp. We have a half block, but huge. And for some scale here, normal block, and then a half block. So, keep that in mind when using these. So this brings it up to 5. Then we have the long angles for progression. I slapped the blocks together, but you can kind of see here where they divide, where the lines are. So the top line and the middle line. And then you have the 45? Small 45? And now for the last set of blocks that are much more decorative. Alright. We have the last set of blocks. We have this, which kind of has a passageway feel to it. The big unfortunate element of this is that you can't place anything across here, because the block is... there's... the way Space Engineers does it, I believe, means that there's block in the way, even though you don't see it. It may just be the modeling. I'm not a modeler. I was a texture artist when I did anything like this, so... This is this cool kind of pillar. You can put 4 of them together and make a really fancy pillar. You've got this block here, 2 blocks tall, 5 blocks wide, or however you want to phrase it. And you've got this panel, which meshes up with this, but you can add... I thought you could add things to it. I guess not. Nope. Okay. Like the other, you can't put anything inside of it. So, that's the P.O.M. extra large blocks by Shade Stuff. We're actually using it in the world, survival world. I greatly enjoy it. I know that the author has said he is not adding any functional blocks. This is all just going to be, well, this style of block. So, structural, however you want to phrase it. You may be wondering why. Why do we need these? Well, I'm going to come over here and the base in the survival world. Let's come over here. Info. We have just shy of 30,000 blocks on the station at the moment. 30,000 blocks is when Space Engineer starts crying. So, we're using the large blocks to be able to make a larger station. I wish we could get some textures on it, like concrete and things like that. It'd be wonderful. But if we can't, oh well. And one of the things I'm going to do is convert this big box down here into using the larger blocks. So that'll cut down in size by a 1/5 at least. And I'm doing some designing stuff and things like that. So, I hope you've enjoyed this look at some additional mods we're considering. If you have any other suggestions for mods for us to use, go ahead, leave it in the description, and I will see y'all next time. Until then, bye-bye. Ooh, they slow down.